The story of my life remains written on these pages, but my fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, every person I met made me what I am. Could I have taken a different path? Could I have found a different calling? Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
Test. There we go. Such was your life, now all exposed by ink erupting onto the page. With every step you sought to change the world as you saw fit. The choices of your upbringing, the path you carved in your youth, the fruits of your struggle, the consequences of your sacrifice. All of it led you here, to the end of your time. And every choice had a price. Now, years and years later, the crossroads of your life echo in your memory. The pain and joy inextricably intermingled. Could you have taken a different path? Chosen a different calling? Found a different place in the world? You had the power to alter the very course of history. Now, on the verge of death, you struggle with doubt, seeking answers to the last and most crucial question of all. Your life, of all the paths in life, why did you walk this one? Did you choose your own fate? Or was your life shaped by forces beyond your control? What determines a man's destiny? Let's go with luck. You stand tall and stare death in the face, unflinching. There was no higher power guiding your life. It was just a wild jig, a chaotic tangle of innumerable human wills, actions, and accidents. The only thing that could ever turn this chaos into an orderly narrative is the eternal human drive for storytelling. Your life had no greater meaning. You were neither cursed by fate nor guided by providence. And this is what made you truly free. But are you right about this? Is it all true? To learn the truth, you will have to return to the very beginning, remembering every step you took along the way. On these pages, the story of a man named Winterfall Brante will live once more. Childhood, where life begins. First words, first unsteady steps. You are but a small child, learning about the world in which you were born. To you, everything is new, so baffling, and so unforgiving. A long, trying life stretches before you. So many feats and faults. So many fateful choices to come. Yet you are already sowing the seeds of your future self. You are learning to live and survive in this world, looking for a place within it to call your own, choosing your future destiny. Who will you grow up to be? In chapters childhood, adolescence, and youth, you will live through your hero's coming of age. You will shape protagonists' personality, qualities, and relationships. By the end of prologue, you will determine the estate and future occupation of your hero. Only in adulthood will he start to influence the world around him and even the ultimate fate of the Empire. Who will Winterfall Brante grow out to be? It's your call. At first, there is nothing. No time, no sensation. Nothing but darkness and void. But then a wheel breathed life into nothingness. Matter and spirit were set in motion. History began its march. It was your turn to enter this world. Your first memory. You are lying on your back, blinded by a bright white light. You're not alone. Above you tower the colossal figures of those who created you. You are part of them, and they are a part of you. Between you and them is an inexplicable connection, a strong, unbreakable link. They will always watch over you, guard you, and protect you. It hurts to breathe. You let out the pain in the form of a desperate scream. Your creators extend their hands toward you. There are two of them, the ones who made you form their own selves and brought you into this world. They are united, yet as they lean closer, you begin to see how different they are. You can already feel the differences within you struggling against each other. The first figure is soft and empathic, wise and merciful. The love that emanates from it wraps you head to toe like an invisible blanket. The warmth from it is never ending. The second figure is strong and powerful, commanding and noble. It is harsh but fair, a beacon of guidance, a force of protection, and merciless punishment for every misdeed. Yet there is also a third figure. It is like a shadow barely seen behind them, and already pulsating with an unbreakable will to live. It is the very will to live that is now growing ever stronger within you. A soft open palm, a strong closed fist, a lingering distant shadow. You struggle to loosen the swaddling clothes wrapped around you and extend a tiny hand into the world. Your first smile appears on your face. Awkward yet genuine. Your mother and father exchange looks and start talking. You know no words yet, so all you hear is a sequence of booming sounds. But the stranger behind them has no need for words. The stranger's look is all it takes for you to feel the will to live and act now that it burns within you. The shadow brings a finger to its lips as to say, There, baby, don't cry. This is all secret now." And then the shadow melts into the light. As the days go by, you learn to tell your parents apart. You recognize father by his heavy breath and strong, cold hands. He visits you rarely. Hello there. It's Winterfall Brante. Mother's tender voice, however, follows you day and night. My, you're growing so quickly, my child. There are two more children in the family named Stefan and Gloria. Gloria sings songs to you. She often dresses you in tight clothing and gently holds your hands as you learn to take your first steps. Stefan likes to sweep you up and pinch you and toss you in the air. Oh look, this is your brother and sister. Yeah, you're my little brother. We're gonna play together. But I'll always be in charge. 'Cause you were born a commoner. Be quiet, you. He doesn't understand yet. Come on, baby Winterfall. Let's go play in the yard. It is hot outside. You grip your brother's hand with one hand and your sister with another as they help you walk down the giant stone stairs. Then you sit on the ground and start exploring the sparse blades of grass with your fingers. It tickles. In the sky far above and away from you was a gigantic pillar, a perfectly straight stick made of light. It's so bright it hurts to look at. Ah, you're staring at the shining pillar. It's not going anywhere, you know. Hey, I want to play hide and seek. He's just a little baby. How's he gonna play? Then you hide him, and I'll try to find both of you. You have no idea what they are talking about, but you support them with happy cooning. This is strange. It's so exciting. Stefan and Gloria glance at each other. Then your brother walks to a big tree, closes his eyes, and starts shouting something. Gloria takes your hand and walks you through the yard. Your sister takes you behind some thick bushes by a tall wall. The light from that light stick on the horizon barely reaches here. You can't see home from this place. The ground is crawling with tiny black bugs. Gloria sits down on the ground and puts a finger in her mouth for some reason. Then she's gone. You can no longer hear Stephen's voice. Gloria is nowhere to be seen. You feel colder. The bugs are no fun to play with. You've been sitting here for a long time, completely alone. Nobody checks on you. Did they forget about you? Did they abandon you? The bushes covered with leaves swing in the wind. You brush through them with your fingers. The twigs and branches are stiff and will not bend. They are different from blades of grass. Down on the ground, you see a group of bugs carrying a little twig. You grab it from them. They're so funny. One of the bugs crawls onto your finger and bites it, just enough to sting a little. You hear brisk steps, then the leaves and twigs rustling and parting. Your mother leans over you. You greet her with a happy face and show her the finger with the bug on it. So that's why they took you. Mother picks you up, puts you to her chest, and pats you on the head. Your brother and sister stand behind her, clearly feeling guilty. Gloria is in tears. Stefan keeps staring at his feet. You hug Mother tightly. She is here now. Another memory. You're still a little child, but you can already talk and run around on your own. Today is out of the ordinary. Father is busy around the house, giving orders to the servants. Throughout the day, the kitchen has been abuzz with work, and there are solemn, gloomy preparations and candles being lit. Even your older brother Stefan is quiet today. Mother takes your hand and brings you to your sister Gloria. My son, today is the great descent. We honor the day when the twin gods descended on us. You must descend this day in reverence to the gods. You are too young to understand, so just do everything your sister says for now. Gloria takes you to the playroom. There are no toys here, no chairs. even the carpet has been taken away. There is nothing here but a bare wooden floor. Today we're not allowed to go any other rooms, and we'll be eating nothing but gruel and stale bread. On the day of the great descent, everyone must be where they belong. It is quiet, unusually so. Muffled voices from beyond the door are all you can hear. You are sitting on the cold floor, confused, with no idea what to do. Then you hear your sister's voice, a lonely sound in the empty room. It is a little song that Mother taught her. You hold your breath as you listen to it. When the twins come down to earth, they brought lots for every birth. Let us count them, 1, 2, 3. The twins made them for you and me. Nobles rule and bravely fight. They protect us with their might. Beasts work hard to understand. Guide us by the twins' commands. Common people work and toil, always patient, never spoil. Live your lot where you were born, to the day when you pass on. Know your lot and know the prayer, for the twins everywhere. You are transfixed by the tune. Gloria notices your gaze, and a smile creeps across her face. You like the rowing, don't you, Winterfall? Do you know what it's about? Look, there are 3 lots. They were brought to us by the twins when they descended to us from the shining pillar. Remember that pillar of light on the horizon? That's it. You can see the shining pillar anytime, from anywhere in the world. If you follow your lot as you live, you'll reach the peak of the pillar. And if you don't, you'll get eternal torment at the foot. You and I are lowborn. Mom is a commoner, too. So the lot for you and me is to suffer and be patient and work hard, understand? The priests and nobles have other lots. Nobles fight and rule over everybody. Priests, well, I'm not really sure what they do, but I guess they talk to the twins, then teach everybody. Gloria stares at you intently. Did you get it? Silly. Then she shakes her head and keeps singing a song over and over. Her voice transfixes you, drawing you in. The room starts to glow like the sky. From this light emerge 2 figures you have known ever since the moment of your birth. One of them embraces your sister's shoulder. The other stands guard behind her back. You watch this happening before your very eyes, unable to turn away. Gloria is swaying to the song, unaware of what is happening. She sings the final verses once more. Know your love and know the prayer. You feel compelled by this divine sight to express yourself somehow. You feel words condensing within you, from the light. What will these words be? Hang on, quick Squid idle meeting. The lots of lies told everywhere. You shout these words, but you have no idea how they came to you. The shining pair standing behind her back turn to look at you. You can feel their gaze piercing you from top to bottom. When the moment passes, they melt into the dim light coming from the window. Now Gloria is staring at you. You see disappointment in her eyes. Winterfall. That's not the way the song ends. Why did you ruin it? You shrug, quite pleased with your cleverness. You are starting to understand more and more of what the adults say. Your family is an unusual one. Your father is nobleman, but not by birth. His is a title earned through great service, but your mother is a low-born woman, a commoner. Because of this, you are born a commoner, but father says you may yet come on to nobility. You learn to read at an early age. Together with mother, and you read and learn by heart many poems about the divine twins, the twin gods who reside upon the shining pillar. Mother calls these poems prayers. Again and again, you try to discern the shapes of the gods in the strip of holy light that shines in the sky all day and night. Light is too blinding to gaze upon. The greatest joy is when the stairs are no longer an insurmountable obstacle. Now you can climb, and even jump from step to step. Father urges you to be more careful and avoid climbing too high. But even though you keep falling, you never stop being curious about the world around you. Your older brother Stefan now spends less and less time playing with Gloria and you. Playing with commoners is beneath a nobleman to be, he says. So Gloria calls him names and Stefan pulls her pigtails. One fine evening, Father gathers you all in the sitting room with an announcement. You will have another little brother or sister soon. Gloria asks him to bring home a little sister. Another brother would be too much. Stefan gets frustrated. There are too many little siblings getting in his way as it is. Soon he will be an older brother too, and it doesn't really matter who the youngest will be. A boy or a girl, you will love them the most. When Father comes back from his trips, he reads his adult books aloud for you. You find these stories of wars, generals, and rebellions quite enchanting. And Father approves of your fascination. Study hard, and maybe one day you'll become a noble of the mantle and earn your sword. And first, you need to grow up. Growing up. The concept is as terrifying as it is alluring. You keep staring at the carpet under your feet. You're both ashamed and proud, and it feels odd. A scratch on your hand stings a little. Stefan is standing next to you, sniffling from pain. Your brother was training in the yard with a wooden sword. You wanted to play with him, but he ended up getting angry and throwing the sword at you. The stick hit you in the shoulder. You picked it up and hit him with it. You see Mother's shoes walking to and fro on the carpet. You do not want to look up. You would rather not see her anger. She is not as gentle to you these days. There we go. A little bit better. Why did you hurt Stefan? Winterfall? You stammer out an explanation. He hit you first. Just hit him back. How dare he pester me like that? When I grow up, I'm gonna hit you with a real sword. Mother shushes you both and speaks to you again. Her voice is stern, and yet you can still feel her concern for you. Even if Stephen hits you, you cannot hit him back. You are my son. I was born a commoner. Our lot is to suffer. But your brother was born from a noble father and a noble mother. His sacrament is coming soon, and then he'll rule over the likes of us. If you hurt a noble, you must be punished. That is your lot. And the sooner you learn it, the better off our entire family will be. Now Stefan looks at you in triumph. You look up at Mother in fear, not sure what to do now. You start asking questions. Why were you born a commoner if your father is noble? If you have your father's name, why can't you have his lot? And why can't you choose a lot for yourself if you don't like the one you have? Mother is stunned by all the questions you are peppering her with. Don't you dare ask me about that winterfall! I'll violate my lot if I start explaining it all to you. I'm a commoner, not a priest. You are flogged in front of your entire family. The pain burns on your skin again and again. Tears keep rolling down your cheeks. It feels like the punishment will never end. It hurts to walk when you are finally let go. You slowly climb the stairs and walk to your room. You see a book on your bed. The Teachings of Isatis, Volume 2. Your tears are dried now. You begin to read, slowly making way through the difficult words. Every death of the body bringeth the soul ever closer to the twins' judgment. And when the body doth a true death, the soul soareth to the shining pillar. The twin gods do judge every soul, and their judgment is stern and unforgiving. He who followeth his lot in life and birth shall melt in bliss atop the peak of the shining pillar. Mother mostly stays in her chambers now. With each passing day, she grows heavier and her features get rounder. So is this auto-save? Do we have to save game? Okay, just checking. It gets difficult for her to walk, but she still smiles all the time. One day she takes her hands and puts them on her big belly, and you feel movement deep inside her. You will have another brother or sister soon. Gloria takes you on walks to the yard now. You explore the yard together under the evening light of the pillar, and she sings you songs and tells you amazing stories. Hey, Winterfall, do you want to hear a rhyme? I wrote it myself. There's even a bit about you, but don't tell anyone, okay? Writing poems and songs is only for nobles. If Mommy hears about it, I'll get flogged. Remember how you got flogged for hitting Stefan? Our judge is my second father. In the past, I had another. Mother says the twins are great. Says we should not fight our fate. Mother loves to jump around. Please don't fall on the ground. See, I wrote a little rhyme. Please don't tell them it is mine. But today, your sister is nowhere to be seen. She promised to take you to the old pond and show the red frogs that live there, but then she vanished. The servants join you in your search. Even Mother leaves her chambers when she hears the commotion. Finally, you find Gloria in the far corner of the garden. She is holding a quill and sheets of paper covered in poetry. Mother becomes angry the moment she sees it. She looks at the poetry and her face grows dark with rage. Gloria is standing before her, wringing her hands and looking for an opportunity to run, but there seems to be no escape. What is this nonsense? Gloria, we've talked about this. You were told to take care of your little brother. You are absolutely not allowed to entertain yourself with this writing. I can decide that for myself, Mom. No, you cannot. It has already been decided by the gods. And he's not a little brother anymore. He doesn't need a nanny. And I need some time alone to think for myself. I'm not hurting anyone. You are a commoner and a future wife. It's time you learn how to properly care for children. Had your disgraceful former father kept you in his house, you could have been born a noble. But that is not our fate. And you are absolutely forbidden from ever spoiling paper and wasting ink again. Mother grabs Gloria firmly by the hand and takes you both into the house. The scribbled sheets fly into the fireplace. Gloria sobs violently. You're a bystander to the scene, unsure of how to act. Mother leaves. The last of your sister's poetry burns away in the fireplace. You walk up to your crying sister and take her by the hand. None of this is her fault. You say, what Mother did is wrong and far too harsh. Gloria sniffles before speaking. I did leave you all alone. You're not mad at me. Really? You nod in reassurance. Gloria embraces you. Me too, Val. You're the best little brother in the world. And the two of you make a little deal. She promises to tell you when she wants to be alone, and you promise to protect her and her secrets. Mother is in her armchair, knitting woolen jackets, pants, and socks for the little one. The baby will need to be kept warm, she says. Father spends less time at home now. Mother says he is very busy with his important job. He is a judge, after all. One day, you decide to ask Mother about Stefan and Gloria. How come they're brother and sister to you, but not siblings to each other? Well, my dear, I didn't give birth to Stefan, you see. He's the son of another mother, and Gloria is the daughter to another father. Come now, don't knit your brow like that. You'll understand when you're older. Is that even possible? You're all family, and you're not? Several days later, Mother calls Stefan and Gloria to the sitting room. You sneak in after them. At first, Mother gets angry and asks you to leave. Then she relents. You are told to sit still, be quiet, and remember every word you hear. When you enter the temple, bow to the twins. First to the elder on the right, and then to the younger on the left. Stefan, you're a nobleman to be, so walk alongside paved with marble, where the benches are. Gloria, you walk along the sharp side. When you're there, you must go down on your knees, each on your own side. Stefan, kiss the sword. Gloria, my daughter, I will strike you with the lash. Don't be afraid of it. Resign yourself to the suffering it brings. It is the blessing of your lot. Gloria doesn't like the idea of the lash. There's a tense feeling in her chest as well. You were told to remember this. Will the lash strike you too one day? On the next day, they take your brother and sister to the temple. You run towards them when they finally come back. The back of Gloria's dress is soaked with blood. She's hunched a bit, sobbing quietly. Stefan is putting on airs, acting prouder than ever. Nothing else looks different about them. It's like it's all the same. Yet, everything has changed. Each of them has accepted their lot. All right, well, we're coming up on the 1 hour mark, and oh my God, this is this is a heavy game. So I think I'll take a break. I may come back to it very soon, but I need a break. So I'll wrap this particular stream up here, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, don't forget to vote, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And if you find a moment, you know, you throw a little bit in the old hat, either through my Ko-fi or a subscribe star. But other than that, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all out there, and take her easy. Whatever you do.